good morning. Thank you for joining us. First of all, I would like my student to introduce herself.
So my name is T.Matha. I am Matheum 6.
Today we want to talk to you about a holiday that is celebrated in many countries around the world. In fact, just last week, this holiday was celebrated in Thailand. Firdal, can you tell us what that was?
Well, we recently celebrated about Mother's Day. So Mother's Day is one of a blessing day in Thailand. So we can honor our mothers from all around the country.
Okay, and so this is a holiday that's also special in the United States, where I'm from, but also in countries around the world. So we want to look at how different countries celebrate. But first of all, do you think it's good to have a day that celebrates mothers?
Definitely, because we will have time to recognize our mother's efforts. So you will have time to honor your mother and to do something special in that day with your mother.
Okay, so Firdal, can you tell us some things that are special about your mother, or what do you appreciate about her?
Well, I can certainly say that my mother is a really hardworking person, so she provides many things for my life. So currently I'm depending on her, and I cannot imagine my life without her at all.
Okay, good. Also for me, my mother, I feel like when I was growing up, she was very selfless. Like, she always looks out for her family first. We always know that she loves us. She cooks food for us and teaches us how to clean and cook and work in the garden. It teaches us many things. Also, I like to see her love for God, and also how that she volunteers now that she's older. She doesn't have children at home. She volunteers to help people. She's been a big blessing in my life, and even though I live far away, I can feel close to her. So I think we all really appreciate our mothers, yes. Hopefully. So I'm going to read a bit about how different countries around the world celebrate Mother's Day and how this tradition began. So this is called Mother's Day around the world. In many U.S. households, the second Sunday in May begins with breakfast in bed, a bouquet of flowers, homemade cards, and other tokens of affection for mom. Mother's Day, the U.S. version at least, has been an official holiday since 1914. In other corners of the globe, honoring mom is a rite grounded in local traditions and customs, some ancient, some surprisingly new. So Mother's Day in the U.S. is in May, but Mother's Day in Thailand is in what month?
So it's last month.
Okay. This month, right?
Yeah, this
August?
Month. Yeah, August.
Mm-hmm. And why is it in August? Do you know?
I think it's because it's the day that the queen. It's the day that related about the queen.
Yeah, her birthday, right?
Yeah, birthday.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, in Thailand, do you give your mother gifts?
Yes. Many families give their mother's gift. So it can be a gift card, or it can be money, or they can make a party about Mother's Day at there.
Okay. All right. So now let's go to France, in Europe. It says medals for mom. Do you know what a medal is? So a medal is. Go ahead.
Medal is a if you have to describe it, it's a coin, maybe. It's a
Okay,
round thing.
it's shaped like a coin.
Shaped like a
But
coin.
yeah, it's often like when athletes like win a competition, then they get a medal, or
Yeah.
maybe even a speaking competition, something
Yeah.
like that. So here we have medals for mom. In 1920, the government of France began awarding medals to mothers of large families in gratitude for helping rebuild the population after so many lives were lost in World War I. After the Second World War, the government declared the last Sunday in May to be the Day of Mothers. The traditional gift is now a flower-shaped cake. So it started out as medals, and nowadays it's a flower-shaped cake. All right, so now let's go to a country in Asia, China. While relatively new to the country, the imported holiday of Mother's Day aligned with traditions of filial piety in China, as it has in countries the world over. On the second Sunday of May, an increasing number of Chinese celebrate the day with gifts and festivities. Do you know the term filial piety? This is kind of hard vocabulary here.
Filial piety. Well, I haven't heard that one before.
Filial has to do with family. And so it's saying, even though China in the past didn't have Mother's Day, Mother's Day fits well with their tradition or custom of like honoring the parents.
Oh.
So interestingly, China celebrates Mother's Day on the same day as we do in the U.S. So I think it's maybe patterned a bit after the U.S. tradition.
Yeah.
Next, we will go to the UK. As early as the 16th century, the UK observed on the fourth Sunday of Lent a day called Mothering Sunday, when families came together to attend church. In the early 20th century, Mothering Sunday, which had evolved into a tradition of spending family time at home, was fused with the Hallmark card-giving American holiday. But it has retained its traditional name and date, March 15 this year. So it sounds like the UK was maybe one of the earlier people to celebrate mothers, but it was a bit different. What do you think it means when it says the Hallmark card-giving American holiday?
Well, is it something about card?
Yeah. So Hallmark is like a very big card company in America. And so Mother's Day is a holiday that many people spend a lot of money on cards and flowers. And so it's saying, even though UK celebrated mothers before, nowadays it's a lot more like we celebrate in the US.
Yeah.
So it says it was fused with the Hallmark card-giving American holiday. Fused means like it was put together. Yeah. Okay, let's go to Mexico. Mexico takes Mother's Day very seriously. In fact, Manuel Gutierrez, president of the National Association of Restaurateurs, says that May 10, whatever the day of the week, is the busiest day of the year for Mexican restaurants. Flowers are a must, but the day is also filled with music, food, celebrations, and often a morning serenade of the song Las Mananitas from mariachi singers. So translated into English, it might mean, awaken, my dear, awaken, and see that the day has dawned. Now the little birds are singing, and the moon has set. So mariachi singers are like, it's kind of like a Mexican band. So do you think your mom would like to be woken up with a band first thing on Mother's Day?
Well, I think my mother would prefer like a hug or saying I love you or something that affectionate gestures.
Yeah, I agree. My mother also, I think. But in Mexico, Mother's Day is on May 10, which is very close to the date in the US, except that they always keep May 10. So it can be on a Monday, a Tuesday, any day. But in the US, it's always on Sunday. Okay, let's go back to Asia, India. Here, it's a 10-day festival.
Wow.
Each October, Hindus honor Durga, the goddess of mothers, during the 10-day festival known as Durga Puja. The celebration is thought to date back to the 16th century and is considered both a religious ceremony and a time for family reunions. One story tells of Durga returning to her parents' home to show off her own children. Families spend weeks preparing food, gathering gifts, and decorating their homes for the festival. Do you wish Thailand had a 10-day Mother's Day?
Well, if the government wants to, yeah. So we'll have more holidays for
More
students.
holidays, all right. Okay, next we will go to Japan. Following World War II, a version of Mother's Day grew popular as a way of comforting mothers who had lost sons to the war. You'll see carnations presented around this March holiday as they symbolize the sweetness and endurance of motherhood in Japanese culture. Originally, children gave a red carnation to a living mother and displayed a white one if their mother had died. Now, white has become the traditional color. All right, so I think Mother's Day is very special for the living children, right?
Yeah.
To honor their mothers. But in Japan, it was first about mothers who had lost children in the war. So one theme that I see here is flowers, right? I think all women like flowers. So it seems like almost every country has a tradition of giving flowers. Next, let's go to Russia. In the former Soviet Union, mothers were celebrated on International Women's Day on March 8, a celebratory date that has since become an internationally observed day to honor women and reflect on the goal for gender equality. In 1998, post-Soviet Russia introduced Mother's Day on the last Sunday in November, but most of the gift giving still happens in March. Okay, so it looks like Russia maybe has kind of two dates, right? One date was when Russia was still the Soviet Union, and the other date is the other one. So maybe some of them celebrate two times, some think one is more important than the other. Okay, next let's go to Africa, the country of Egypt. Mother's Day in Egypt and several other Arab countries falls on March 21st, the first day of spring. The widely observed unofficial national holiday is a day of gift giving and celebration. And now we come to Thailand. As we already said, the holiday is observed on August 12th to mark the birthday of the revered Queen Sirikit. Ceremonies and parades celebrate the dual intentions of the holiday, with jasmine the go-to gift. So we see how different flowers are popular in different countries.
Yeah.
Do you remember what the flower was in Japan?
In Japan, white flowers?
Okay, the carnation.
Carnation.
Yeah, but a white
Yeah.
one, you're right.
Yeah.
And so in Thailand, jasmine. And the last country, Ethiopia. Sing along. The Antrasht Festival, observed at the end of the rainy season in early fall, is dedicated to moms. After the weather clears for good, family members from all over flock to their homes for a large meal and celebration. Daughters traditionally bring vegetables and cheese, while sons supply meat. Together they prepare a meat hash and sing and perform dances that tell stories of family and heroes. So to me, it seems like most Mother's Day are either about flowers or what was it here in Ethiopia? Food, right? A lot of people like to eat together, maybe take their mother out for dinner, and here they bring food to make together. Okay. Did you get your mom a gift this Mother's Day?
Well, actually, I did not because I actually forget.
Okay.
I forgot to bring any gifts to my mother.
Okay,
but,
sorry, not to put you on the spot.
She wasn't so serious about Mother's Day at all.
Yeah. No problem.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think next we will take a short break. We have a song for you about mothers, and then we will come back and discuss more about Mother's Day. Okay, so next we are going to ask and answer some questions about mothers and Mother's Day. And so as you listen, maybe you can think about what your answer would be. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, the first question is, how do you usually celebrate Mother's Day?
Okay, so often we get together as a family and we make like a good lunch, because usually my mom makes a lot of the food, but then we try to make the food. Sometimes we give her flowers, other gifts. But yeah, in the US it's very popular to also give a card. So the card usually has like a pretty picture, some writing, and then we write like a message inside, like what we appreciate about her, or just thanking her, things like that.
That's amazing.
Oh my. What do you think are 3 bad things about being a mother?
Bad things.
Yeah.
Bad things about being mother. Well, I would say the first thing would be that you need to be very responsible towards your children, because if you don't take a good care of your children might went out of line to do something bad. So you need to keep them in line and taking care of them. And the second thing would be you need to be very aware about the surroundings. If you're a mother and you don't know what you need to do in that day, and your children might need something and you can't give them, so you'll be some of the obstacle for the mother. And the third is, well, yeah, if you don't have enough knowledge about mothering, if you don't know how to pick up your children at school, if you don't know how to cook or to teach your children about something that they won't be taught in a school. So yeah, I think it's pretty like a big responsibilities for mothers to have.
Yeah, definitely a big responsibility.
Yeah.
And a lot of hard work, right?
Yeah.
Cleaning, cooking, taking
Yeah.
care of everyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
The next question. Is it a good idea to give a Mother's Day card to your mother?
For me, I think it's a good idea, because my mom, she then likes to put her cards like on a table so that she can see them and like feel loved. But it is true that more important than the card is to actually, for me to show her that I love her, right?
Yeah.
To honor her, respect her, and help her in any way that I can. That's more important, but the card is just kind of a fun way to show that love.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you remember what you did last Mother's Day?
Well, last Mother's Day, it's in 2025. So I just took her picture and then I posted on Instagram, and then I wrote about how much I appreciate my mother's, how much efforts she puts in taking care of me and her family. So yeah, all I did is that. Should Mother's Day be a holiday? Why and why not?
Sure. I like the idea of Mother's Day being a holiday, because while it's true that we should love our mothers every day and respect them, help them every day, I think sometimes we kind of forget and we start taking them for granted. And so sometimes it's good to have a special day to be like, oh yeah, my mother really does a lot for me, my mother really cares about me, and just have like a special day to honor them. Okay, now you have, what are 3 good things about being a mother?
Um, good things. There are a bunch of good things of being mother. First, um, you will definitely feel love that you cannot get from anywhere else from your children because um, you will have your own blood and bones that come out of your body. So yeah, it will be like a pretty intensive feelings to love your own children and the family that you created. And the second thing is that you will get to experience many things about taking care of children. So something that you may not know in the past, and then you now start to practicing about how to be a good mother, how to take more responsibilities about each other, to take the daycare, and the third one is you will realize how much efforts you put in other people, especially children, that you need to take care of them, you need to be responsible, you need to have a lot of knowledge to teach your children.
Okay.
Is being a good mother easy? Why or why not?
For me, I don't think it looks like an easy job. Of course, I'm not a mother, but when I watch mothers, it takes a lot of sacrifice. They're always serving their family. Maybe there's things that they want to do, but they must give them up so that they can take care of their children. Or also, yeah, it's a lot of work to keep clean clothes for their children, have good food, keep the house clean. So I don't think it's easy, but even more than maybe like the physical work, there's also, like you mentioned before, I think mothers maybe worry a lot about their children's future because they want to give them all the best opportunities, and so maybe mothers also have like a lot of stress because they want their children to thrive and to grow and to become good people, and so but I think a good mother will say that it's easy because she loves her children so much. But when I see mothers, I think it doesn't look very easy. Which is more important, Mother's Day or Father's Day, and why?
Well, I cannot really decide, but I think I would lean more onto Mother's Day because mothers are the one that give birth to all the children, and fathers have responsibility to take care of children and their wives. So yeah, I think mothers go through a lot more trouble than fathers, but also we still need to honor them, both of them, like equally, because both of them work really hard for us.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's beautiful how that families have a father and mother, right? Like fathers give something that mothers can't give, mothers give something that fathers can't give. So they're both very important in our lives.
Yes. When is Mother's Day?
Okay, so we talked about this a bit before, how that in different countries that it's at different times. But in the US, where I'm from, it's always the second Sunday in May. So the date can change, but it's always at the same time. But here in Thailand, it's on August 12th. To honor the Queen Mother. Right?
Yeah, Queen Mother.
So it depends on where you live. Do you like Mother's Day? why or why not?
Well, I do like Mother's Day because it's the day that we recognize our mother's efforts and how much I rethinking about how much I love my mother and I appreciate her, and well, you can also give her gifts or flowers or like affectionate gestures to her. So I think it's also important to recognize your mother and to spend time with her together. Why do people celebrate Mother's Day?
Okay, so some of these questions are getting a little bit the same. I think people celebrate Mother's Day because they see how important mothers are in their lives. There's just something about that bond between a mother and her children that is not easily broken. Because like you said, they carry their child for 9 months and then they give birth. They take care of their children from the time that they're helpless. They cannot do anything. The mother must care for everything for them. And so they create a very special bond. And so, yeah, I think that's why people want to honor them, because even after that, like when we're adults, we look back and we see how much our mothers loved us, how much they took care of us, and we just wanted to celebrate them.
Yeah.
What are some good Mother's Day gifts?
Some good Mother's Day gifts. Well, personally, I love flowers. I love like every types of flowers. So if I have enough budget, I would buy my mother's flowers. And also, you can give her a card that you can do a handmade card. You write about how much you love and you want to express your feelings to your mother. And also, you can make a party at home and making foods to eat together and spending time together and on that day. So yeah, there are a bunch of gifts you can give to your mother.
And I think one thing, it helps to know your mother well, right? Like it maybe the same gift isn't good for everyone, like, but we know our mother and what she appreciates the most, what she loves the most.
Exactly. Okay. Do people celebrate Children's Day in your country?
Okay, in the U.S. we do not have Children's Day. I don't know. I will ask you about Children's Day in Thailand in a little bit. I guess in the U.S. we think it's important to honor like our parents, mothers and fathers. Maybe we think it's Children's Day every day. The children always get to have fun and like live more carefree and stuff. So we actually don't have a special day for Children's Day. But I would say that children are still celebrated a lot because people often have like a big party on their birthday or Christmas or other holidays. So I don't feel like it's the children are really missing out. But coming to Thailand, the idea of Children's Day was new for me. So tell me, do you think it's a good idea that Thailand has Children's Day?
Well, I think it's a fun idea to have a Children's Day because adults and parents can spend their time to start selecting the gifts for their children on the Children's Day, and also Thai governments also have like a big honor to Children's Day because they also give some quotes that related to Children's Day, and also it's mostly about giving children gifts and making activities that children can participate in.
So it's a fun day for the family.
Yeah.
I suppose. Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. I'll ask you.
You.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
How can you learn to be a good mother? Would you like to be a mother someday?
Yeah. Someday. If
So how can you learn to be a good mother?
well, definitely you need to learn a lot about how to understand humans. So if you don't know much about how to teach children, or you have a low mental, or you have a depression, so I don't think it's a good idea to become a mother. But also in the future, I would like to be a mother if that's possible, because mother is one of the biggest role in society, because mothers can be many things for children, and mothers is actually very significant role for children.
I think we can also learn a lot from just observing our own mothers, right?
Yeah.
Seeing, okay, what did my mother do really well? Like, what do I want to do for my children? But then maybe sometimes mothers make mistakes, and we think, if I'm a mother, maybe I want to change this a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can learn a lot from that.
Okay. Should animals have an Animal Mother's Day? Why or why not?
Okay, this is a funny question. In my opinion, I don't think it's necessary. I feel like God created humans special, like with like more like emotion and ways to like honor and respect each other. So I know animals can also show affection, but I don't think they would understand the concept
Yeah.
of Mother's Day.
Well, if it's something about Animals Mother's Day, maybe I think we can do like celebrate our pet's birthday mostly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe. Yeah. Sure.
Okay, last
All right.
question.
This is the last one. Should we have a Mother's Week? Why or why not? Instead of a
Mother's
Mother's
Week.
Day.
Well, that's pretty good idea, because the mother won't feel like missing out during the week, and you can spend some time to think about your own mother once a week, or maybe actually you need to think about your mother every second though, because your mother is really important to you, and she puts a lot of efforts to take care of you. Yeah, I think it's a good way to honor your mother every week, but it depends on everyone how they prefer to do something like that.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining me, and thank you all for joining us. And I hope you enjoyed this discussion about Mother's Day, and I hope you go and honor and love your mother today.